Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Edgar. I'm 28 years old. I live in downtown LA and just want to welcome you guys to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a very exciting video because I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of my apartment. Not just any apartment. This is actually my dream apartment that I've been visualizing on obtaining for the last 3 years. So that's the reason why I'm actually creating this video, because I want to document and record as much information about this moment right now. And yeah, so some of the reasons why I decided to create this video is one, the one I just said, to create memories, to document, because it's pretty cool to always go back, 5, 10 years down the road and look at yourself of what you've been able to accomplish, right? It really helps you reflect and see the difference on how much your life has changed and some of the things that you've been able to accomplish. So for me, this is very personal, and I just decided to go ahead and document, as much as possible. The second reason is because I want to go ahead and motivate some of you guys that are possibly thinking of buying your dream home or moving into your dream apartment, something like this, where you can actually have views of the entire city. It doesn't have to be downtown LA. It could be, any city in the world. It could be Mexico, it could be Florida, it could be, Houston, Texas, whatever it is. I want to motivate some of you guys, even if it's one person, to go ahead and push yourself out of your comfort zones, like that you can take that leap of faith and just go for it. Because at the end of the day, life is short. You don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow. Some days you're doing really good, some days you're doing really bad, and some days you're doing okay. But the reality is that there's no perfect time to do anything. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this. And then the last one is to just give you guys as much information about, the apartment, the square footage, pricing, who is this for? Like, who is the ideal person that will benefit from living in a place like this, where you have a bunch of amenities, a pool, jacuzzi, and all of that. So yeah, I just want to go ahead and get into those details. And again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any comments or any feedback, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. Other than that, follow me on Instagram. You guys can always connect with me on there. And yeah, guys, enjoy this video. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started with this tour. So right here on the left-hand side, we got this table that I got on Amazon. It costed about $120, which I thought it was a great deal. And the main reason why I got this is because I wanted to have a place where I can leave my keys and my wallet instead of misplacing them anywhere in the apartment. And then whenever I had to leave, I basically couldn't find them. And moving on here, we have the washer and the dryer. Honestly, guys, this is the one thing that I dislike the most about this apartment. Why? Because the dryer is electric, so it takes forever to dry your clothes. But it is not a big deal because right now it's just me living by myself in this 2-bed, 2-bath apartment. So yeah, it's not a deal breaker, but it would definitely be better if we had bigger appliances. All right, guys, so now moving on to the bathroom. This is the guest bathroom, so I really try not to use it as much just because I try to minimize the amount of cleaning that I do since I am the only one living in this unit, like I said before. But this definitely comes in handy because back then I used to have a 1-bedroom bath, and now having that extra shower and bathroom whenever I have visitors definitely makes a difference. But if I don't have any visitors, honestly, I never use the shower. Moving on to this room, this is my office. As you guys can see, I don't really have much in here. And one of my goals was to always have my personal room and space just for my office, since what I do for a living requires me to have complete silence and complete focus. That way I can perform at the highest level. Back then, when I had a 1-bedroom bath, I couldn't have visitors because I had my office basically next to my living room, which it wasn't a big deal, again, because like 90% of the time I was by myself. But now that I have a 2-bed, 2-bath, it definitely makes a difference, and it is awesome to have. Now, as we move on to the kitchen and the living room, this is definitely, I will say, my favorite spot of the entire apartment, just because the island, the views, basically everything that you got available here in this room. It is honestly my favorite out of everything. Every day I sit here and I have my breakfast with this amazing views. It definitely helps you, to get motivated. And as you guys can see, the decor is pretty simple. I don't really have anything on the counters, and that was the goal. Even before I actually moved into this unit, my goal was to just have the decor as simple as possible. I didn't want to have that many things on the counter or anything like that. Right here, this product, I got it on Amazon for about 30 bucks. Basically, you can put your cup and your plate if you want to lay down and watch the TV. So if you want to do all of that at the same time, you can definitely do so. Now, as far as the sofa, this is a sofa bed, and I got it at Living Spaces. The main reason why I decided to get this sofa is because back then when I had my one bath apartment, I definitely didn't have extra space if anybody ever visited me, and I wanted them to sleep over. And so now, if anybody wants to sleep over, we definitely have a bed for them. And so that was one of the main reasons why I got it. So as far as the walls here in the living room and the master bedroom, I definitely didn't want to put anything on the wall. I wanted it to look clean and nice. And so, yeah, that was the whole intention even before I acquired this unit. And the only two places where I have decor on the wall is the entrance and the office. Also, one of the things that I learned from my first time moving out is that the first time that I got my one bath apartment, I rushed everything and I got all the furniture, all the wall decor before I moved into my apartment. So by the time I put everything together, it didn't really match. And so this time around, I said, you know what? I'm going to take my time, just move in, get the essentials, my bed, my couch. And if I ever want to add anything, then I can go ahead and buy it. Right here, you guys can see that in the master bedroom, it is a big room. I do have two closets right here. And as I showed you guys before, I don't have anything on the walls. Honestly, having two closets, for me, it's amazing. In the last 12 months, I was living in a studio, so I only had a small closet. And it was very challenging to put all of my stuff, my shoes, my jackets, my shirts, my jeans, everything together the way it is right now. So not having all this extra space, definitely it's a blessing. I have so much more space for more stuff, but honestly, I don't need anything else. But yeah, guys, this is the master bedroom. And as you guys can see, now that we're moving on to the bathroom, as you guys can see, we actually have a bathtub, which I do use multiple times during the month, even though we have a jacuzzi here in this apartment, which is part of the amenities. And here I try to just have my personal stuff. If possible, I try not to let anybody use this bathroom just because I want it just for me. But obviously, if anybody wants to ever use it, they can just come in and use it. But yeah, pretty simple. Like I said, I try to keep the decor and everything else, as simple as possible. And, we're going to go into the balcony now, and I'm definitely going to show you guys right now, coming up next, the views during the night. But let me go ahead and show you guys here outside. This is one of my favorite parts, if not my number one favorite part of the apartment. And here I like to come out every single morning and afternoon just to look at the view of East LA, downtown LA, and Hollywood, which you can actually see from here. And I just come out here every single day to look at the view and motivate myself.
I like the way I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic, I'll hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic, I'll hit it from the back just so you don't get attached.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I actually forgot to cover the details about the numbers on how much does it cost to live in a place like this in downtown LA. So for a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet of living space in 2024 in downtown LA, I'm paying about $4,500 a month for the rent, utilities, and parking. And I'm actually paying a pretty good deal because these units usually go for about $5,000 to $6,000 a month. again, including the rent, the utilities, and the parking. Now, the other thing I wanted to cover is who will benefit from living in a place like this and paying that extra money, because you can actually get a 2-bed 2-bath apartment for like maybe 3,000 or even 2,500 in some areas here in LA. So is it worth it to pay a little bit extra? Well, it depends. For me, I value convenience a lot, and I value, luxury stuff, and if you could afford it, I think that you should do it. You also get around a lot of successful people that are doing really well. And so whenever you're using amenities and you're talking to people, you're talking to high level people. And so, if that's valuable to you, then great. The other thing that for me, it makes sense to live in a place like this because now I don't have to drive to the gym. Depending where you live, it depends on how far and how long is it gonna take for you to get to the gym. I was actually driving between 20 minutes to 30 minutes to the gym, depending on the traffic here in LA. And so, going and coming back, that was like 40 to an hour, 40 minutes to an hour. And so if I'm going 5 times a week, that's gonna be about 5 hours. And then in a month, that's about 20 hours. And so now that I live in a place that has a gym, I literally, like, let's say I have 40 minutes, I change, I get ready, and then I take the elevator, and I'm literally at the gym in less than 2 minutes. Get a 30-minute workout, go back up, change real quick, and then go back to work. So to me, that's very valuable. I don't have to spend the time driving, and then I don't have to spend money on gas. And so that works for me. Obviously, if it works for me, then it doesn't mean that it has to work for you. Again, that's just my opinion and my perspective. But at the end of the day, obviously there's a lot of options. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I basically wanted to share this, to you guys, but I mainly wanted to have this as a memory. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I see you guys soon.